We are at the Canadian Pavilion that is all focused on water. Please, can you explain the meaning of this project? It's quite interesting.
Right, so Geoffrey Farmer is an artist working in Canada, Vancouver, and with this particular project he was very interested in a kind of a picture that he found in his family's history, so his family's archive. His grandfather had been killed shortly after an accident. His truck was filled with 2x4s lumbers, and it collided with a train. And in that collision, lumbers were spread all over the place. After the collision, shortly after 3 months, Geoffrey's grandfather died, and this created a kind of trauma for the history, for the family. Geoffrey has worked with photographs repeatedly, again and again, and many images at one time, and I think he wanted to stop this picture, this old black and white picture that told the family story, and he wanted to register the trauma and the emotion in it. And when he started his project for Venice, he really had the idea that he might do a fountain. And as he started to think about fountains, he thought about a fountain that he really loved in the courtyard of the San Francisco Art Institute. And as well, another fountain, one of his other favorite fountains, is the Washington Square Park. So he brought these two fountains together, he collaged them with the lumbers, the timbers of this accident. So he's an artist who worked with collage a lot. He's cut out many images and objects, and here in a way he's collaging together spaces and times, moments and memories. And so this fountain is 3 different times at once. But he's also very interested in the site of this particular project, this particular pavilion.
Destroy the pavilion mostly.
Yes, the pavilion for Geoffrey is very important. So when he came to the site, he was fascinated by its history as a war reparations gift between Italy and Canada, and then with the story of the founder of this particular firm who died in a concentration camp, this pavilion being built right beside Germany after the war. And so this narrative, this story of trauma in a way became important to him. So you have his personal trauma, his family's trauma, and then you have this overlay with things that are more national and historical in scale and epic. Water here is a formal element that holds the whole project together. It's a device that brings an emotional register into play.
And you invite people to go into the pavilion, but
we've opened up the pavilion as we were working. Eventually, in the first kind of iteration, the San Francisco Art Institute fountain was supposed to be placed outside, and as we were working, we realized we had to bring it inside. We couldn't really locate it. We couldn't find the right location outside. When we brought it in, everything in the project changed, and so this beautiful pavilion, we looked at it and we looked at it again, and could we turn this into a fountain courtyard, take the glass out, take the front off, rethink the floor, bring it into another kind of space and time, bring it into the future, bring it into now. And it's through all these transformations and a kind of curatorial thinking along with artistic thinking and with the collaboration of the team at the National Gallery and people who work with the pavilions here in Italy that we were able to realize this very open building. And I think this openness in some ways was very interesting to me as a curator, because as we were thinking about this, I was thinking, it's very strange. You come to one of the most beautifully situated gardens in the world, beautiful trees, beautiful buildings. What do you do here? You open a door and you go inside, generally to a dark space, or maybe some kind of space that's enclosed, and actually you're out here in a beautiful garden. So why not open the building outward to the Giardini, to Venice, to the city of Venice, but to the world. The world comes here and we want to welcome them.
thank you.